Correct.
So thanks, everybody for being here, and we've got Coach Rico Blasi here. We'll start with questions first, Jess Myers.
Just, Rico, what did you learn about your team? A couple of pretty good games, it sounded like, with two new goalies in there. Just overall thoughts on last weekend.
I thought we played well in spurts. When you're playing a team that is highly skilled and compete level like St. Cloud, that's been through the ringer of competing for championships and playing the national tournament, you can tell how heavy they are on their sticks. They're relentless in their process, their pursuit of whatever their game plan is. So we learned a lot about how to handle that, and we need to be that way as well. So we've got some things that we need to work on. I was really pleased with our goaltending in terms of the way they battled. I thought we did a pretty good job on our penalty kill, even though they scored 3 yesterday. It wasn't indicative of what our penalty killers were doing. You can't give a team that many power plays, whether they were penalties or not. We're not going to discuss that, but at the same time, we have to make sure that we're limiting those chances so that our PK is fresh and they can handle it. I thought Saturday night we did a really good job with our PK, but we didn't give them that many opportunities on the power play. So a lot of good positives. I think we have a good understanding where our team is right now. We try to put some different bodies in both nights to see where they're at. And so now we just got to start to hone in on line combinations and special teams, especially power play, and go from there.
Alaska had a slow start last season and then was maybe the most dangerous team in college hockey the second half of the year. Came in here, beat the Gophers in a game. Just what are you expecting from them and their program?
Same, Fairbanks, well coached, hardworking team. They've got skill, and they've added a couple of transfers with some big time skill on the back end and up front. So it's going to be a battle. We got to compete, and we got to focus on playing our game and making sure that we're good at what we do.
Just general thoughts about Saturday night. You kick it off here with an in-state rival. You got a good crowd. Obviously, we want to see an injury like St. Cloud had, but it kind of got the blood pumping right away for this season. Huh?
Yeah, I think the atmosphere was great. Obviously, what happened to Josh, we don't want that to happen to anybody. I think both teams felt really awful about it. Obviously their teammates on the St. Cloud side, it was very emotional for them. Our guys were equally as concerned. Had a chat with Josh on text yesterday, so I'm glad he's doing better and hopefully he returns soon. And then they got up, with those 2 goals and 3 goals, I should say. And I thought our second period was as good a period as we've played. We continue to play our game like that in the second period the rest of the year. I think we're going to be in pretty good shape. The fans are great. Our band showed up for the first time. So a lot of firsts still happening for St. Thomas. At the same time, we don't want to be that program that talks about this transition anymore, right? We're here now. We're a Division I team. We got to compete like a Division I team. We got to act like a Division I team in everything that we do. And so that to me is really important. We want to continue to build our culture that we're here to stay, and this is the way it's going to be. And we're going to continue to add pieces as we go.
Coaches notoriously don't like to think about goaltending. You want to just have it be one guy and not be a problem. Are you okay rotating the 2 that you have for now, or are you looking for somebody to kind of make it an easy choice for you?
I think, Jess, you've known me long enough that we've had some pretty good runs in the NCAA tournament, and all those runs had two quality goalies going at it. So I feel real good about where we're at right now, and we'll continue to compete throughout the week. And both Aaron and Ethan have to compete during the week, and that's what we've told them. And it makes them better, makes our team better, and then we make the decision from there.
Brian, any questions from you on the Zoom?
I want to ask you about your goaltenders, Rico, like you expected. So
I think I've already answered that, Ryan. So you're done. Have a good day.
But You know, we talked about the process pretty much every week last year. I mean, how are you feeling after this first weekend? Is the process still progressing the way you're hoping? What you visualized to start the year?
I mean, I'm not the smartest guy in the world, Ryan, but I think if you watched our team play this weekend, you saw something that, a process that our guys are here now and they've gotten better. I think we've upgraded in our depth. So it looked like a totally new team, and that was the plan. We have a lot of things that we need to work on, no question about that. And that energizes the staff, invigorates us, because we know what we need to do now. We're gonna have to start chipping away at some of those things. And I think I mentioned a little bit of it already. We have to be better defensively. Our power play needs to be better. So we're gonna chip away at those things, but that's what we do. That's the process. That's getting better. I'm sure if you asked any coach in the country right now, what are they doing for practice this week? They're probably addressing things that they didn't see or didn't do real well in the games this past weekend. So we're no different. We're gonna be better, tomorrow and be better the next day and just keep focusing on one day at a time. I know it's cliche, but it is fact, right? You can't look too far ahead and just keep working.
Ryan, any additional questions from you?
Is there anything in particular that stands out to you about Alaska Fairbanks from last year? Is anything carrying over to this year that you can?
They have a lot of new faces as well. So I'm sure they're trying to figure their team out as well. We've got some video on them from this past weekend, so we'll get working this afternoon a little bit with a Sunday game. It's a little bit of a rush to get to the office in the morning and do some other things and get the pre-scout going. But I know they're going to compete. I know they've got skill. I know the guys they've added in their transfer portal. So I'm expecting a battle this weekend and should be a lot of fun.
Rico, your October schedule seems pretty interesting. You got a good mix of some of your non-conference teams. Can you talk about that a little bit, how you think that's gonna maybe help you with the CHA?
Well, I think anytime you play the quality opponents that you're playing, it should help you be ready to go when you play your quality opponents in your conference. So, we start off with St. Cloud as top 10 team in the country. We learned some things about that. I'm sure we're going to learn some things about our team playing a very good Alaska Fairbanks team. And then we're going to have to play the US team, which has arguably the best 18-year-old talent in the country. And so we're going to learn a lot about our team there. And then we got to take a road trip to a hostile environment at Penn State and play another top 20 team. So if that doesn't get you ready for conference play, then I don't know what will.
Any final questions, anybody?
Any update on the rig?
No comment.
Any final thoughts, Coach?
No, I just, again, I think we're on a pretty good track. I think the culture of faith and brother that we're trying to build here at St. Thomas is really important for our program. Our obsession with our process is going to be an important piece of where we're going to be here in the near future. So we'll continue to, hammer that home.
Thank you, everybody. We will see you
Thanks.
next